I think he just don't drop an album.
He did.
He did.
He did a record. He did a whole album with Busta Rhymes.
Oh no!
Whoa.
Look at us.
Whoa.
And we are usually on it.
And I'm mad. I'm slipping.
We are on that one.
It's going down.
We are going to be on that one.
Can I ask Bone one question?
What's up?
I'm going to ask numerous, of course.
But you're gonna ask what?
Numerous.
What is? Okay.
Numerous.
I'm gonna just.
I snatch SAT words out the air sometimes. You know
I see you using
it
the
may
double
not
point
be
Scrabble words.
a SAT word, but in my spirit, I feel really smart because I use the word with multiple syllables.
Good copy.
I'm great with words. So there's a lot of artists that have undeniable, recognizable voices.
Right.
Like everybody knows Method Man's voice. Everybody knows Chuck D's voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
certain. It's a certain thing about just their tone. Did you ever think that you would be among the list of all of the people that have ever picked up a microphone and made a record that the world has known? That you would be a part of that elite list of voices that the minute you hear it, it's undeniable. Because be clear, listeners, when Bonecrusher dropped, even back with Lyrical Giants, okay, not many people had a significant like catchphrase or a tag.
Right.
I know millions of people walk up on you every day and holler attention every time they
All
see
the time.
you, okay?
How does that shit make you feel?
Good, man. I mean, it's like it's amazing until you
I'm sorry.
until you're in the Walmart line and somebody just come up to you. Attention! What's happening, dog? How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
And I know here in Atlanta, it got crazy everywhere.
Hey, let me tell you something. The only thing with fame is that it becomes very, especially if you have worldwide fame. Mm-hmm. It could become very irritating. But you work hard for that, so you got to take that with everything else that comes along with that. So I appreciate every fan. I got to a point when, from 2002 to 2009, I couldn't go nowhere, and it got kind of weird for me. I was like, "Yo, only time I can go to Walmart is at 3:00 in the morning." I couldn't go nowhere. It was like everywhere I went. I mean, it was cool though. It wasn't like death or nothing. It was just kind of like fans. Like people come up to you taking pictures. Hey man, blah 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 blah. You know. And then I would never get irritated because I understand it comes with the job. With my kids, they didn't like it too much. Like my daughter to this day, she still don't like it. Like she don't like it at all. Period. Like I'd be like, come hang out. She'd be like, nah, I'm gonna be over here and be normal, Dad. You go over there and be where the hell you want to be over there. I'm gonna be over here normal. You know, they be looking at me like
kids don't appreciate shit.
They don't appreciate shit. They don't appreciate nothing. You know what I mean? But I love it though, man. I'll be honest with you. I think it's the best thing ever. It makes sure my lights stay on, and I can eat every day.
See that's a blessing.
Yeah, it is. It's more than a blessing, man. It is an honor. And like I told my mother on Mother's Day, my sister was talking about a good friend of ours. It was retired, and she would come downtown and just kind of walk around and find things to do. I was like, man, I'm retired too. My mom was like, no, you're not. You're still working. I said, no, I'm not. I do this every day, all day. This is all I do all day. It's just talk and wake up when I want to wake up, go to sleep when I want to go to sleep. And then if I want to work, I work. And it's kind of that's a blessing.
Yeah, because a lot of people are not doing what they truly want to do in this life.
That's a fact.
And that eats at a lot of people's mental,
yeah.
You know, and so that's definitely a blessing, man. So I appreciate that our artists don't necessarily get washed away and they have a funk fest or another tour or so deaf. And that brings me to my second, like, Jermaine Dupri, we talking about him all the time.
Yeah.
Jermaine
Show
Dupri,
dedicated to him.
a whole show, actually.
Right.
It was like 2 hours.
Right.
Because he's that legendary.
Right.
Tell me about Jermaine playing your song and then becoming a part of So Def.
I've been on JD for a very long time. I actually drew the logo for So Def. The first
Afro
logo,
Man?
not the Afro Man.
Oh, okay.
The graffiti one.
Yeah.
Skip drew the Afro Man. But
Wow, I remember.
I've been on JD, going to the house over there in College Park since the early 90s. And, you know, I would go through, like Lil Jon, Crunk Lil Jon, he would be like, yo, man, come to this. We just hang out. I was with Black Market at the time. And for many years, I'll be like, I would never tell nobody I could rap. So when I finally did tell JD I could rap, he was kind of like, yeah, okay, like, right, yeah, all right, Bone, bet. So he knew I could draw, right?
Yeah.
Because I was just drawing stuff. Like I would draw anything they want me to draw. I just draw it, and then he'll throw me, you know, $400-500. At the time, it's a lot of money because I was broke. But he would be like, yo, man. So I saw him at this club right across the street from Hard Rock we talked about earlier, Levels. And I told him, I said, yo, man, I got this record. Tell me what you think. He said the only reason he listened to the record was because, one, it was me, and for two, it was me. He was kind of like, yo, no way, Bone, what is Bone giving me? And he was like, yo, the fact that I wasn't like pressing him on it impressed him enough to be like, yo, I'm going to just check it out. So he checked it out. He had a show on the radio station called So Def Radio. And he was like, yo, my man Bonecrusher, this record right here is about to be the biggest record in the world.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was like, yo, this record is out of here. He said, yo, if y'all know what Bonecrusher is, tell them to call me ASAP, right? At the time, JD needed an artist like me because he was signing a major imprint deal with Arista called Arista Black Culture. It was him and L.A. Reid. And before, JD was the first guy to jump on it. Then he immediately started friending me instantly. He was like, yo, Bone, man, hey, man, come on, man. Bruh, sign with me. I was like, man, no, man. At the time, my record is blowing by itself. I'm at 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 spins. And the record, I have no record deal. Period. I have nothing. Man, I'm talking about, I'm getting phone calls from people that I don't know how they got my number. Sylvia Rome, Russell Simmons, Kevin Lyles, Jimmy Iovine.
How was that call from Russell, though?
It was crazy. He was like, yo, Bone, yo, Bone. Listen.
Russell, Uncle Rush. Boy.
Listen.
He said, Bone. You ever hit the Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Right.
He's like, Bone.
Bone. Listen. I need you on Def Jam. I was like, yeah, Russ, man. I said, yo, man, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Back then I had a Sprint flip phone. So, you know,
One time for the flip phone.
Yeah, it was crazy. But he was like, yo, man, like, yo, Bone, man, like, I want you to come to Def Jam. And then all of a sudden, everybody just stopped calling me. Come to find out, JD called everybody and was like, yo, Bone is with me. I didn't know this until after I signed. Like, yo, I'm not with. I was like, yo, everybody stopped calling. I was like, yo, everybody stopped calling me. It was me and my boy Dan Brown, who is the label I was signed to at the time, was Break 'em Off. Shouts out to Break 'em Off, Dan Brown. And he was Dan like, Brown's legendary too. Yeah, it's my boy. So Dan was taking care of my finances then. He was a really good dude, man. He was like, yo, Bone, man, you got something, bro. You're going to blow up. He knew before anybody knew. People I was all the way around was looking at me like, bro, Bone, man, whatever. Everybody thought I was crazy. Real talk. Everybody thought I was crazy, like, because I would fight and act crazy or whatever. But people only call me when it's time to fight. They wouldn't call me to no music. But then it's like 2 or 3 people that knew that I could do it. T.I., Pastor Troy, Organized Noise. I would work with people, KP. I would work with people, and they'd be like, yo, bro, man, your voice, man, you 1 record away. And I'm like, man, what the fuck, 1 record away? I'm still working at Waffle House, nigga. What record I need? And I'm steady doing records. But when JD finally got a hold of it, and he finally told everybody, told Kevin Lyles, yo, man, Bone, stop calling Bone, right? So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. We get in the office at Southside. Southside. Me and Dan. And JD's like, yo, man, Bone, I got to have it, man. I got to have you, dog. I was like, all right, man. At the time, I'm doing shows now, so I'm good. I'm doing 3. I think I'm rich. I'm doing shows for $3,000 a show. I'm balling to me. I'm coming from $300 a week to $3,000 a show. And I'm doing them shows all weekend.
Back to back.
Right? I'm like, man, I'm making $15,000 a weekend. Bruh, I'm good. Right? So I'm just sitting there. So me and Dan sitting there. He's like, Jason, yo, man, bruh, I can't do 20 million. I said, okay. So me and Dan, we got the cold face. He said, man, if I could do this amount. He said, boom, Dan, I got it happen. I said, hey, man, all right, man. All right, dog, no problem, man. Nobody tripping. He walks out. He said, man, I'll let y'all think about it. So me and Dan like, yeah, what up, nigga? As soon as that motherfucker walked out that door, boy, me and Dan was like, nigga, you see that motherfucker? What? My nigga Dan, that nigga, we rich, nigga, we rich.
Nigga, we made it.
We made it. We rich in the motherfucker, nigga. I know he had the heels. We were loud as hell. Man, we rich as a motherfucker. So I was like, so he came back in. He said, so what y'all think? I was like,
I should have do.
Yeah, we'll do it. He was like, he said what? He said,
Cool hand Lucas.
Right.
I ain't impressed.
I'm going to sign your little deal.
Yeah, I'll sign it, bro. No, really, I was like, yeah, we'll do it. He said, say it again. I said, yeah, we'll do it. He said, shit. To this day, I have never seen JD as excited about nothing. This day,
as a fan,
you got a monster.
As a fan, can I just say this?
Monster.
That was the start of a whole wave.
Yes, I guess.
And that's
that
another.
was the start of a whole wave.
But see, that's another reason we
bro.
brought you here today.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will not give you the credit that you deserve.
Facts.
For this crunk thing.
All right.
When you jumped off.
Yeah.
With Never Scared.
Yeah.
Mike was going through a situation with Big.
Yeah.
And Tip was coming off of I'm Serious.
Yeah.
And that was a rough spot for those two legends at that time.
Right.
Never Scared brought everybody back.
Yeah.
Killer Kill from the Ville
reminded everybody else he had them goddamn lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got a hot faux fever. Call that bitch Bonita.
But this was
Okay.
when I'm in Carolina and I'm hearing this, right? So Carolina, I'm in South Carolina and in Georgia, everybody country can folks, right?
All right.
So when something drop here, we definitely get it there.
All right.
And I hear this record, right? And I'm looking at my partner like, oh, they finna tear this fucking club up. Like I've been in club twice when shit has gone absolutely haywire.
Yeah.
And that's one time to 3-6 Mafia's tear the club up.
That's a good one.
Right?
That's a good one.
And Never Scared came on, and I ain't never been so goddamn scared in my life. I'm behind the goddamn DJ booth. They throwing shit. I said, you know what? Whenever I meet this nigga Bonecrusher, I got to tell him you ain't shit for this record right now. You understand what I'm saying? They go, tell me about the stadium. 90,000.
Oh, New York.
90,000.
In New York?
New York.
It was
Is
crazy.
that when you know you made it?
Hell no, I know I made it when Atlanta liked it. I didn't care nothing about that. I mean, I still don't to this day. If anybody knows me, I don't chest pump at all. I don't really be caring about that. So I just kind of get caught off in the feeling of the music. I appreciate how the city has grown. But the first time I did it was with Buster. And I remember I met a good friend of mine who's still a good friend this day, Sonny Anderson, who was on the radio at Hot 97. And I remember interviewing with her first, and she was blown away by me because I didn't sound country, and I didn't sound ignorant, and I didn't sound like she thought I was supposed to sound because I'm screaming and acting crazy on the record. Right? So she was kind of like, yo, like who are you? I was like, well, I'm Bonecrusher, and I'm vaingloriously happy to be here, and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, yo, man, like, yo, JD sound a fucking superstar. I said, oh, you want to call me a superstar? She said, yeah, you're amazing. I was like, I appreciate it, man. You know, I get bashful when people talk about how good I am.
Man, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, especially all that goddamn work you put in.
Hey, man.
Especially all of the work it took to take Atlanta where Outkast was at to where they thought the city fell off, and then you, John,
Banner, Tip took that shit to a whole